Am I the asshole for laughing at, embarrassing my brother-in-law in front of the entire family? Okay, my family-in-laws are pretty split about this whole thing, so Hub suggested this place to see what outside people thought. Yesterday was my sister's engagement party. She's marrying my husband's cousin, funny enough. And she asked to have the party at our house since we have a huge backyard and she just wanted something simple like a barbecue. I of course agreed and the start of the day went well. Everyone from both sides of the family mingled. The grill was going. People congratulated the soon-to-be bride and groom, etc. Well, as everyone was loading their plates up to eat, I noticed my brother-in-law grabbing a plate and paused because I swear he looked different than he did when he showed up. I couldn't pin why at first, but when he sat down at the table his mom, my MIL, asked him if he'd trimmed his beard. That's what it was. His beard, which had been sorta bushy when he'd arrived earlier, was now trimmed down and neater. That's when he looked at me and said he hoped I didn't mind, but he'd used the trimmer we had in the bathroom to freshen himself up. I was confused because my trimmer and my husband's were both in our connected bathroom, which was off limits to guests. But then it hit me. He'd used the cat trimmer I keep in the downstairs bathroom. The one I use to trim my 4 very fluffy cats' butt hair and shave off dingleberries to keep them clean. I must have looked just as shocked as I felt because Hubs asked what was wrong and I ignored him and asked brother-in-law if he meant he'd used the small white trimmer that had been in the back of the bottom drawer of the bathroom cabinet. Brother-in-law flushed a little at being outed for going through our cabinets, I guess, and huffed but confirmed, "Yes, that one." And y'all, I lost it. I laughed so hard I thought I might choke. Even typing this out now is hard cuz just remembering it is making me laugh again. Brother-in-law got pissed and asked what was so damn funny, and without thinking I just blurted out what that trimmer is used for. Hubs started laughing his ass off, followed by just about everyone on my side of the family and a good chunk of Hubs' side too. At some point during the laughter, brother-in-law got up and called us all assholes before storming out. Mill tried scolding me for saying that in front of everyone. Some of Hub's family agreed. But Hub shushed her and said he shouldn't have gone through our stuff. I feel bad for laughing. I could have pulled brother-in-law aside to tell him instead of blurting it out in front of everybody. Mill says I should apologize. Am I the asshole? Some edits for clarification. 1. My soon-to-be brother-in-law that my sister is going to be marrying is my husband's cousin. The brother-in-law who used the shaver is my husband's actual blood brother. They're 2 totally different men. Sorry for the confusion. 2. No, we're not going to be gifting brother-in-law a shaver. That's funny as a joke but not to actually do. 3. Brother-in-law did clean up after himself save for a few bits that got on the floor. 4. And I've decided I'll call brother-in-law tomorrow so we can talk. Final edit. Okay everyone. Brother-in-law came over today to talk and I was worried he'd still be upset, but he wasn't. Well, turns out he does have a girlfriend, and when he told her about it, looking for sympathy I think, she instead laughed at him and told him that's the risk of using strange razors without permission first. He apologized for going through our drawers and said he was actually looking for some baby powder. Turns out he was chafing from the heat. TBH, it was hot as hell the day of the party, so understandable. And he was too embarrassed to ask us if we had any. I know everyone said not to and he deserved it, but I still apologized for laughing at him and blurting what the razor was for out loud like that. He said it was fine and he knows now he kinda had it coming. The best part was he asked to take a picture with one of my cats and I agreed, and he posted it to Facebook with the caption, "I've never felt closer to my SIL's cats," which had me and Hubs dying. Seems he was just hurt in the moment, but after a day of thinking he decided to let it go and just roll with what he knows will be a big joke for who knows how long. So that's the update everyone. Brother-in-law and I are good. Actual final edit. Okay, I think I figured out how to add a picture, or a link to one. So here's one of my BBYS. Growing heart. Bartholomew, aka Mew. Not the asshole at all, but holy crap, that's funny. Who the hell goes through someone else's bathroom cabinets and decides to groom themselves using the trimmer they find? I honestly expected it to be a trimmer used for personal bits, so the revelation that the trimmer is used on cat butts was an unexpected turn. I'd buy that guy his own personal trimmer as a birthday, Christmas present, but that might be taking it too far. Not the asshole. I thought for sure it was going to be your pube trimmer he got into. Not the asshole, and I would have laughed my butt off at the thought of my brother-in-law using the cat's butt trimmer to trim his beard. What the fuck was he thinking? Hey, I'm at a party at someone else's house. So I'll use these random trimmers to trim my beard. Who does that? Not the asshole. There's responses, and then there's reactions. You reacted to a situation, information that you couldn't have prepared yourself a proper response for. This reminds me of when my brother helped himself to a particular body wash of mine when we were both visiting my parents. I burst into laughter because it was Summer's Eve in the labeled, branded bottle. And he got mad. I told him at all. He's not upset at how you handled it. He's upset his actions were stupid, but he wants to be mad at someone other than himself. You only made it a little easier for him to do that since the reveal was more public, and that's easy to point to as the wrongdoing. If you're the asshole, then so am I. This is absolutely hilarious. The cat's ass trimmer. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. He was totally wrong to just dig through your cabinets looking for a trimmer without permission, and it sounds like he received a very just punishment. Who snoops through people's things and uses their personal hygiene items without permission? He's just embarrassed that he got called out on the several different things he did that were massive breaches of etiquette. He deserves the dingleberry beard. I hope he wears it with pride.